Hello, everybody. I hope you all are having a beautiful day. I wasn't really going to make a video today, but when I got on YouTube, I just saw constant us versus them, blacks versus whites, straight versus gay, Chinese versus Russian, African versus African American. And I just don't understand what fuels mankind. I don't understand where the hatred and the anger comes from at every turn. Mankind has a choice to make their own choices, and yet it's still destruction and separation. I don't understand it. I'm watching black people like these guys, Candace Owens and the conservative twins. What does a person have to program you with or teach you with to make you hate yourself so much? I'm seeing videos of them talking about how black man robs innocent whites, white pizza man robbed by blacks, black attacks white. Then I get into the actual news and I see it like it's the 90s. Black man shoots, black man does this, black. Then everybody, I see in all the comments, these people wonder why. These people wonder why. These people wonder why 100, 200 years ago when we had our own, you all were burning our towns down and killing us and hanging us. And there are still people that are being hanged in random spots. I'm so sorry of the panhandling of false reverse racism. I don't understand how things work. I was born into a country where people do the whole, yes, we're equal, but we're not. Then as I get older, I'm told to respect all this LGBTQ or else. While people that I know that look like me are still treated like garbage. While women are still treated like garbage. I don't understand it. It just doesn't make sense to me. We live in an institution where in America, if you're not rich, you have nothing. You can be destroyed by the court system. You can be destroyed by everyday life, hunger, poverty, while the cost of living goes up over and over and over. People in the South are still making 825. People in the South are still damn near slaves. So are some people in the North. But all people do is fight each other. How does a black man get on camera and attack other black people, calling them thugs and bums, knowing what the fuck we survived through? Every time I look up, I don't know what's going on. That there's no unity. People don't know how to come together and love each other. I don't know how we got this way. Even me myself, I will tell the truth. Certain African Americans or black people can walk up to me and my initial is, why is that? Why do we hate each other? Why is that? Did you all know that if a county doesn't have 25,000 people or a city doesn't have 25,000 residents, they don't record the murders? When I was doing research in 2015, 2016, 2018, white people committed 70% of the crime in the FBI statistics. But yet all people ever talked about was black people are murderers. We were put places like Tulsa Race Massacre and all these race massacres that happened, lake towns, they killed us and put lakes over the town. Black men who were said to be whistling at white women who were completely murdered and destroyed. But now blacks are the race baiters. We're the ones that's the problem. Kanye's the white supremacist now. You all are avoiding accountability and putting it on other races. Just like Christianity does. You all start all these wars. You all start all these foolish movements and violence. The Jewish community. Hitler, Eric Jan, Hanussen, all these Zionists were whites and claimed to be Jewish because the Jews in the Middle East were Middle Eastern and black at the time. Europeans came down after Romans enslaved them in around 43 BC, Julius Caesar. The Jews helped the Romans defeat other lands. When you guys learn about history and cause and effect, you won't be so quick to attack each other. It's like a bunch of uneducated gray blobs attacking each other for their blob of gray. In my everyday life, the people I communicate with, there's whites, blacks, Chinese, every type of race. We all live and coexist. Then I go throughout other people, watch videos. Blacks are the reason, whites are the reasons, the LGBTQT is the reason. First of all, to be black or gay, you got beat up and ridiculed. Then later on in life, to be a nerd, you had to get beat up and ridiculed. Now you're all on the internet giving your opinions. I lived on the internet most of my life. And now that all you mainstream morons are on the internet, I have to deal with all your foolishness and racism. Back in the day, you didn't deal with this on the internet. It was called trolling and we all had fun and played together. Now the whole world's on the internet. Now I got to deal with your racist, sexist foolishness and your ideologies all day, every day through memes and racism and videos. What happened to the good old days when gaming was about the internet and the nerds were on there having fun? Now us nerds have to deal with you all's real world problems because you slap it onto a social media website and throw it into everybody's faces. I can't believe the amount of white people that hate themselves. I can't believe the amount of black people that hate themselves. You all treating white men like they're school shooters, treating black men like they're ghetto shooters. That's all you all do is accuse and hate each other. I'll denounce every institution on this world and be happy. You know why? Because I'm a living soul and none of those things mean anything to me except saving lives and helping other people. I gotta wake up and see black people say, oh, blacks are murderers. Then I gotta wake up and see white women say, oh, nobody's woke, they're not liberal enough, white men are bad. Y'all are hating your own selves. It's called strengthening what remains, learning what's, okay, everybody says to start over and start new on society. Then you need to go watch a bunch of videos about the 50s, movies like Mississippi Burning and Rosewood, movies about how gay people were really oppressed. And then in this day and age, see how good you have it. All you all are doing is playing with words. You all keep saying the media, the media, the media. Well, guys, your YouTube videos are the media now. These little children have no idea about none of this stuff, and you all are keeping it alive with your stupid videos. That's what I come to try to tell you all in my very first videos. First, you all were tormenting with people with religion. Now you're tormenting people with politics, wokeness, and foolishness. It makes no absolute sense. How many of you still put your phones down, go outside and do activities? Right? None of you probably. Because it's like 10 videos a day, or it's like a video a day. Then I'll go up and see people have 4.5K videos, 2,000 videos. You know I say 4.5K? That's nerd speak. LOL. But none of you all just want to jump right into the internet and destroy it, not knowing nothing you're doing. Shit, I miss the Yahoo pool days when we would all come together, get on the internet and play games and chat rooms. Nowadays, it's a bunch of hate speech against each other. Who can destroy each other the fastest? One thing I cannot stand is when I see people make fun of women and people of color in this country. Y'all have no idea what you're talking about. You all skipped over 400 years of history to now ridicule the victims. Saying black people does this is like going up to a rape victim and saying you're a whore. You have no idea what you're talking about and you're ridiculing victims. At the same time, my African American people, it is a new day and age. Wake up and get into science, technology, and information. We had to survive back then because of what they did to us. So I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we just woke up as thugs. No. We were put into large ghettos. First of all, the Industrial Revolution, blacks were put all into Chicago, Philadelphia, and major cities, and then told, good luck survive with no food, resources, or money, 10 people living in apartments at a time. Be yet in this day and age, uneducated black people and educated conservatives talking about the blacks are the problem. Don't take away the guns. The guns are what enslaved us and put us in this problem in the first place. I'm sorry, guns didn't. Humans did. No more blaming of inanimate objects. Once you understand the Ten Commandments, you realize how stupid and foolish all these religions are and how people are doing it to themselves. So I hope you all can figure it out real quick. You all keep doing that us versus them. There's going to be a war. And when there's a war, your great-great-grandchildren are going to be the ones that are affected. Because you all are going to be long gone, enjoying all this freedom that you have while destroying the world. My goodness. All you people that don't want to get educated and want to just keep talking out the pit, the vain imagination that you've been given, that's been destroyed by the forefathers before us that had no idea about anything and didn't have technology, but you all still want to live by their us versus them hatred and racism. Keep it up, I guess. Do what you're going to do in life because it doesn't affect me. I live in America and I can be as peaceful and humble, as kind as I want. You all want to run around acting a nut and lying to everybody about everything that exists, go ahead. Be my guest, I suppose. Like I said, I won't be your judge in the future when people watch your videos. When people watch Candace Owens, the Conservative Twins, and now I'm seeing Anthony, whatever his name is, that patriot with the 76 in the back of his video. First of all, when I see black people with the date 1776, you weren't freed in 1776. Sorry. White people were freed from England in 1776, and England was freed from the Romans in like 700 AD. Actually, England wasn't free till way later in history. Whites were slaves first. That's why I keep telling y'all keep talking about we're the slaves. No, we're the slaves. No, we're oppressed. I'm hearing some white people say, that's history. We were the victors. We conquered. Well, y'all don't understand what y'all did to Africa too. And if you still say you're a conqueror after what y'all did to Africa, you're a demon. 10 million people killed at one time in Belgium without the war. That's their Holocaust. And then France and Germany come and invade and dissect what France did to Africa is ridiculous. They basically assassinated every president and was murdering people in droves. Then I heard the conservative twins say that South Africa was the only place that's good in Africa after what England did to South Africa. You all have been programmed by Caucasians and now you hate yourself. Just like Candace Owens, who sued using the NAACP, using black people, when she dealt with racism, then after she got her money, went to say racism isn't real. Kanye West went to say George Bush hates black people, then became a Trump supporter. I'm not going to bow to the world. You guys don't. Okay, so here's my thing. A lot of times black people aren't around Caucasians and Caucasians aren't around blacks and Asians aren't around either. And so the problem is, as a black person not being around white people all your life, when you finally do get around them, it's like, yeah, I'm their buddy. They love me. Yeah, we're assimilating. Not realizing those are the white people that you identify with. There's a whole bunch more that never meet black people and are racist as shit. My own girls' daughters told me they never met a white person until they were like 10 and 11. And now that they know me, their whole life is different. It's because we don't know things. And then once we learn, like, okay, you can know all these stereotypes about blacks and whites. And me personally, as a black man, I hear black people talking about white people all the time. And I cut them off. I'm not that guy that just goes along. No, you're going to keep talking about white people. Then I'm going to talk about black people. And then when they talk about us, you don't like it. So don't do it to them. I'm one of those guys. Or if somebody talks about you behind your back, I stick up for you. Because I don't have any other reason to talk about you. Because when you come back around my face, something in the back of my mind is going to be like, hey, man, when you talk about them, the voice in my head is louder than all of your voices, I promise you. It's called the imagination or my thought process. So, you all want to keep ridiculing blacks and you're a black person? Imagine in 100 years when we're all gone and you have kids and then those same white people that went nuts attack your kids. Or you're white and you want to hate white people? Imagine in 100 years when all these people of color get power and then your own kids are being lynch mobbed against. I'm telling you all, your best bet is to love each other. Just like in this day and age, everybody wants to attack the LGBTQ. All right, here we go again. So the LGBTQ was persecuted. Then they rose up to the King of Kings, and then they started attacking people. Now they're going to get humbled again. Then they're going to go right. It's like a heartbeat. You guys are making these movements to go up and down, up and down, up and down, instead of being steady. Man's heartbeat is violence for some reason, and I don't understand it. I can say I don't identify as LGBTQ, and then that'll cause people to be like, attack! That don't mean I hate them or don't think they should exist. That means I'm a straight man. Just like Caucasians have done all the stuff to us throughout history. Do I wake up and start the Black Panthers, BLM, destroy whites? No. My girl is white and I call them my stepkids or kids-in-law, and my grandkids are white, and my kids are black and half white. And my family is black. None of those colors mean anything. I don't judge none of them based on their color. I judge them based on what they do. So, everybody's got their preferences in life. You want to use your precious time to hate? As I've told you all before, there's one greater that will hate you in the end that's worse than anybody and greater than anybody. It's called the conscience. What you're made of is what you will be swallowed up with. That's why I identify as peace, love, and I am mercy. I am grace. So that I can be met with those things. And if I am not even on the inside, me and God could have that little talk before I go. You see how that works? So, I love you all the best of my ability. Some of y'all are demonic and don't see it because it's you and feel like because you are doing it, it's okay. Like I told you all, stay blessed, stay humble, love the best you can. If you don't like black people, keep your fucking mouth shut and go find something to do. You don't like white people, keep your fucking mouth shut and go find something to do. One person pisses you off, that wasn't the entire race of people. I am sick and tired of people lumping everybody together while saying, oh, I'm American, I have freedoms and rights. Then have the freedom to not be a jackass. How about that? People have already transitioned and are already in the the Q, the T, and everything else. Leave them alone and show them love. Stop trying to destroy everybody. But let them know at the same time, like me personally, I have no problem showing people love and respecting them. If somebody identifies as a girl and they're around me and working, I'm going to identify them as a girl. But at the same time, you're not going to disrespect me. So at the same time, everybody's talking about Respect, respect, respect. Then respect African Americans. Respect Africans. Respect people of color. Respect Russians as an American, because I'm getting sick and tired of people saying communist, communist, Russia, commie. I'm getting sick and tired of people saying commie, Chinese, commie, China, but then complain about guns. You have more respect over guns than over another human life. But I guess some people are ignorant and don't understand. So America is a country. A country can be touched. When I said that, I'm not a terrorist. If you all haven't watched the Hunger Games, people are not going to be oppressed forever. And when I say oppressed, you can act like this country is free if you want to, then go into everyday conversation and listen to how people act, especially in big cities and small towns. Rude and racist. So enjoy your lives the best you can. I'm going to do freestyle a poem real quick. And this just what's on my heart. Look at that man across the land. He is a different color, so can he be my friend? One eats chicken, one eats stew. One eats beef, the other will eat you. Hatred and agony, the words on the page. Destruction and murder, the verbs of the sage. They all seek to destroy because kindness is dead. But I hope when they aim for the head. For if the body doesn't fall, he will continue to fight. And I will be the leader of Heart's armies tonight. I will not allow destruction and rage to enter into the children's hearts. I will not allow that gaseous mixture to tear us apart. You will not stick me into a chamber and allow hatred to come from the walls, because I will tear you apart with the love that was used when they falled. That might not be in first person. Hell, that might be in last. That might be in third person view. Some of you really do need to learn how to fast away from the destruction and violence that lurks in your head. I think I'll just hit ESC and go to bed.